Tucked under a duvet, Rokuro and I were lying next to each other, burning with the desire to indulge in passion. His touches were tender and sustained, until the moment I pulled him closer to myself and kissed him. And then we just went with the flow and soon forgot about the world around us. Only when I got up to walk Rokuro out did I see several missed calls from Katsumi. Oops! Rokuro! Check your phone for a second, please.
Why?
Look, Katsumi called me several times.
Of course he did. He left without saying goodbye, and now he's calling you in the dead of night.
I don't care. He can wait for me. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it can wait until morning.
Yeah, and also, you've been pretty busy. I enjoyed every second of this night.
Me too, although I feel guilty because of that now.
Don't. Didn't you feel nice because it happened on the spur of the moment?
I did. And now's the time for you to leave.
I know.
We came to the front door in awkward silence. Rokuro opened it slowly as to not make any noise, and almost bumped into it when he saw Katsumi. Katsumi was equally surprised. Since he didn't expect Rokuro would be visiting me during late night hours, Katsumi wanted to say something, but I asked them to come into my room, so no one could hear us.
Well, well, well.
What do you want, Katsumi?
Both of you calm down! Don't forget where you are!
You're right. Sorry for coming by unannounced. I didn't know you were busy.
So nice of you to think of calling us. I didn't want to let her roam the streets alone, so I made her stay.
Katsumi, Rokuro's right. I'm sorry, but I couldn't accept your call.
I understand you both. Everything I do turns out badly in the end.
What are you talking about, Katsumi? Spill it already. There's been such a fuss since you went missing that it literally threw our daily lives into chaos.
We even wanted to call the police and report you missing as you weren't returning.
No, absolutely not. If you had decided to do that, you would have only made things worse. We can't drag the police into this, for as long as I have the—
First you tell us what on earth you got yourself into and then take care of it.
I owe you all an explanation. I know that. But now's not a good time. I'll call you all soon, and then I'll try to explain everything.
Then I guess there's no need for you to be here right now.
I couldn't say a word to Katsumi, 'cause Rokuro took me in his arms and kissed me. He wished me good night and literally pushed Katsumi out of my room. At last, I found myself completely alone with my feelings mixed. But yet again, I felt like something real was going on in my life. Akiko and I were on our way to Katsumi's place. We had a long ride ahead of us. Since Akiko always knew everything that was going on in my life, I couldn't keep the fact that I bonded with Rokuro from her. Akiko, as long as we're alone, I want to share something. Just please don't judge me, okay?
Wow, it's gotta be something huge then. I want to hear all the details, girl.
You can already guess what I'm gonna say.
I have a hunch. You're being super nervous and you look like you did something bad.
The news is juicy and dirty. I'm so embarrassed to tell you. But anyway, you can already guess what it's about. I have a boyfriend.
When did you manage to find one? And who is he? Do I know him?
Rokuro knocked me off my feet. He just showed up at my door and ignited the flame.
I couldn't even dream that I was going to hear something like this from you. Way to go, girl. That was bound to happen sooner or later. I saw the way Rokuro was looking at you, even when we were in but I didn't think he'd have the courage to make a move.
That's why I've always been reserved toward him. But this time, it looks like Rokuro was afraid he's gonna lose me.
Are you in love, or is he just a crush?
Akiko, I fell in love with Rokuro the moment he kissed me.
Oh, finally! Now it's clear to me why you're acting like that when it comes to him.
We spent the rest of the ride talking about her love life, and her assumption that there was no man who could match her in all aspects of her life, but I'd rather say there was no man who could tame her temper. Akiko and I went out of the train and headed towards Katsumi's apartment. I suddenly started to feel euphoric, knowing that we would all be in the same room again. Akiko, let me just check if Katsumi's home.
Yeah, absolutely. Imagine him blowing us off again. Well, in that case, he'd better not show up in my part of the town ever.
I'll text Katsumi we'll be there soon.
No, you should call him. Why would you bother wondering if he's read the text or not?
He'll think that I don't trust him and that I'm stalking him.
All right, I'll do it. He may think what he wants. I don't care. Better be safe than sorry.
Go on, call him. Come on, Akiko, what are you waiting for?
I left my phone at home. Oh no.
You'll get over it, Akiko. Just relax. Here, I'll call him if it'll make you calm down.
What's taking you so long?
We're on our way. Akiko and I just arrived at the station.
Great. That means you'll be here in about 10 minutes.
That's right.
You'd better wait for us.
Is that Akiko?
Yeah, she insisted I check on you if you were really home.
It looks like it's gonna take quite a lot of time to regain her trust. But it's all my fault.
The first step toward redeeming yourself is having something sweet to offer.
Oh, I think I have that. And if I don't, I'll just put on my sweet face.
Yeah, you can try that, Katsumi. See you soon.
I'll be waiting for you.
I hung up and was just about to put my phone in my backpack. The train stopped at the station and the people started rushing outside. One of the passers-by accidentally bumped into me and my phone slipped out of my hand. Luckily, he noticed that and, thanks to his good reflexes, was able to catch it before it hit the floor. I sighed with relief. The unknown guy instantly wiped my phone off his jacket and then laid it on his palm, bowed, and handed it to me with an apology.
Who was that?
Don't know. Someone kind and with good reflexes. If he hadn't caught my phone, it would be trampled now.
A bad day for cell phones.
Something like that. Let's go. We don't want to keep Katsumi waiting.
You should have asked him to send you a photo from his apartment.
Akiko, that would have been way too much. We could send him our selfie.
Ugh, if we have to.
What the heck is this? I can't turn on my phone.
It worked fine just a moment ago.
I don't know. Maybe it accidentally turned off when it slipped out of my hand.
We're going to Katsumi's anyway. He'll see what's wrong with it. Maybe the battery ran out.
Could be. Katsumi opened the door to his apartment and invited Akiko and me inside. Seated cozily on the couch, Rokuro was waiting there. The two of them looked like they'd patched things up. I wouldn't be surprised if Rokuro had insisted on talking to Katsumi privately, and came there first because of that. Hey guys.
I'd like to have a glass of cold water, and then we can begin this meeting.
Hey, make yourselves comfortable. Rokuro, get your butt off the couch. That place is reserved for the girls.
Ugh, and why am I not allowed to sit with the girls?
'Cause you're blocking my view.
Nice one.
We all sat as comfortably as we could, impatiently waiting to hear what Katsumi had to say, but he only pretended to be busy doing something in the kitchen and tried to postpone that moment. Katsumi, don't bother with the drinks. We didn't come here for the food and the drinks. We came to talk.
Here I am. I'm making us some refreshments while we're waiting for the others to come.
Katsumi, you're not seriously expecting Mizuki to come, are you?
Yeah, I am. I thought I should give her an extra couple of minutes to arrive.
She said she wasn't gonna make it. After all, we can tell her everything when we see her.
Or we don't tell her anything.
All right.
Katsumi sat on the floor cross-legged and started talking.
The night when you lost touch with me was one of the hardest nights in my entire life. That was the first time I got scared for my safety and the safety of my friends.
Nobody dared interrupt him, nor did we ask any questions. We were taking in every piece of information he was sharing with us.
I see you've been snooping around my stuff. I'm not judging you, though. I would have probably done the same if I'd lost any of you guys. I want to thank you for worrying about me, because I was really in a life-endangering situation. You found the databases with ChatLinx users' information.
Yeah? Why do you need those? Did you try to sell them?
No, I tried to destroy them.
What did those databases contain? What kind of information?
Plenty of stuff. I don't know how much you saw of it, but there was some data about the user's movements, use of the camera, and the microphone. You don't want to know. If you knew, you'd crush your phones now.
I wouldn't. Mine's at home.
Mine's in a sleep mode.
I don't think so. I still love my phone.
You see? You're helpless.
Don't you worry about us. We're just joking, go on.
Where was I? I wanted it to stop. And to get back on ChatLinx company in a way. So I found some people who would want to do that for me. I was going to give them the data, and they would go public with them.
Wow, and you seriously wanted Mizuki to hear all this?
She may be calm and collected, but one should better be reserved with that kind of people.
I wouldn't expect Mizuki to stand quietly at this. It's good she didn't hear any of it.
So did you give them what you promised? Did you set ChatLinx up?
No, I couldn't. That's when things started to go wrong. I changed my mind when I found out that they too could use the data for the wrong purposes. They gave me a deadline. And since that date, my time on this planet has slowly been ticking out.
That happened the night you disappeared.
Yeah, I thought they weren't gonna find me. But we shared the location via ChatLinx.
Damn it! So that means you're not safe here either?
And you invited us here so that we would all go down together? You're dead, Katsumi, because I'll be the first to.
Let him talk.
Thank you. Do you think I would let them follow my internet activities? We're safe in here, for the time being.
How did you get rid of them?
I just bought myself some time. I didn't get rid of them. I gave them incomplete data. When they find out, they'll be after me again.
Why didn't you report them to the police? You could have killed two birds with one stone.
Good advice.
I did think about that, but I think I'd end up in jail all the same.
Honestly, that's not so bad after all. You'd stay alive and the enemy would be defeated.
Akiko, your honesty is cruel.
But effective.
You can't live in fear and keep hiding all your life.
I'm not worried. As long as I'm not giving them what they want, I stay alive.
I'm interested in something else. How safe actually is using ChatLinx?
Katsumi, let me remind you that you're the one who insisted on using ChatLinx.
I hope you have a good explanation for that.
Our private conversations are encrypted. together with the photos we share. I'm not sure about anything else. Every link posted in the app can be traced.
Katsumi was prepared to go so far as to change his identity in order to escape the blackmailers. But I didn't want to let them get away with it. I felt like something inside me was making me uncover the motives lying behind all that and bringing the criminals to justice. However, this is no longer a bedtime story. This was real life, and there was no place for any wrong moves. Together, we will come up with a plan and think of the way to save Katsumi from the vicious cycle. I'll have to think about what would be the best thing to do.
That's not your problem. You don't need to do that.
Yes, I do.
Katsumi, I want to help too, but I don't know how.
To be honest, me either.
We'll think of something.
There are two solutions to my problem. Give them all they want, or go public with all the information.
We'll figure out something. Only when we make sure you're absolutely safe.
This is getting serious, people. I wasn't expecting any of this to happen.
We trust you.
Since nobody had any viable solution to Katsumi's problem, we were left with no other choice but to separate. Katsumi reminded me at the last moment that I should leave him my phone so he could have a look at it. I had no problem with that. In fact, I was even glad that I'd be deprived of that thingy, at least for Rokuro and I said goodbye to Akiko and headed towards his apartment. It was my first time in his crib.
Please, come on in.
Thanks. You know that feeling when you visit someone for the first time?
I know, it's weird, but please try to relax. Do that for me.
I'll give my best. Rokuro was standing facing me, and without taking his eyes off me, he slammed the door behind. I tried to say something, but he just put his fingers on my lips. I nodded my head, showing him I'd remain quiet.
Your skin is so soft.
What are you waiting for? Take off my clothes.
Oh yeah.
I gave him an enigmatic smile and touched his lips. I got chills down my spine, but not the ones that make you uncomfortable, but the ones that scream, I want everything and I want it now. He was kissing me all the way as he was taking me to the couch. And at the very next moment, I was sitting in his lap. He was slowly lifting my shirt, caressing me and gently touching me. Sometime later, I could spend my entire day sitting on this couch with you, but I just have a lot on my plate right now.
Gosh, me too. We should be studying for the entrance exams. While here we are, making out on the couch. Shame on us.
That's right. That's exactly why I need to go home now. Our attempted kiss was interrupted by a phone call. It was Katsumi.
Hey, Katsumi! You don't know what you just interrupted.
Ouch, I feel so stupid now. Actually, no. I'm so glad I did it.
You sneaky bastard! Where's the fire?
I can't seem to reach her. It looks like you two are still hanging out.
You're right. Tell me, why do you need her?
Is it Katsumi?
Yeah, Katsumi wants to tell you something. Hold on.
Tell her that this is not her cell phone. The SIM card in it's of an unknown number. I'll try to trace your cell phone.
Oh, what a bummer. I'll let her know. See you at college one of these days.
Yeah, see ya.
What happened? Rokuro said that Katsumi had dialed my number and that it was unavailable. He assumed that I'd accidentally switched my phone with that guy on the train when he bumped into me and I dropped my phone. I'll survive a few days without it. I have a lot to study anyway.
Find some time to think about me, will you?
I went home worry-free and content, because my phone wasn't there to distract me anymore. I believe that bonding with Rokuro helped me ease the tension with the entrance exam too. The world all of a sudden turned pink. A few days later, I didn't feel nervous on the day when I was supposed to take my entrance. I woke up early and headed off to college. The halls were crammed with students. Some were having trouble finding the right classroom, while the others were casually sitting and listening to music. I came to the announcement board so I could find my name on the list, and the number of the classroom where my exam was being held. The list doesn't seem to end. I lost a couple of minutes scanning the list, hoping to find my name on any of them. Meanwhile, some of the students had already found their places and seated themselves in the classrooms. The halls were getting emptier. Ugh! The exam starts in a couple of minutes. If I don't get to the classroom in time, I won't be able to take the exam. I ran down the hall and saw the criminal psychology professor entering one of the nearby classrooms. This has got to be the classroom where my entrance exam is taking place. Panting for breath, I stood at the door, apologized to the professor for being late, and added I couldn't find my name anywhere on the list. The professor refused to let me in, saying that if my name wasn't on the list, that meant I hadn't even applied for the exam. No, that can't be! He then closed the door and left me standing outside. The mere idea of missing the chance to enroll to a desired college paralyzed me. My back was sliding down the cold wall, and then, just when my hands reached the floor, I dropped my books and collapsed there, feeling hopeless and incapable. Dad would be so disappointed in me if he were alive.